Welcome. Today we're gonna be talking about new type of icy, new type of salty ice that may exist in extraterrestrial ocean moons. CNN talked about it. They didn't say shit. Imagine having a 43-second long segment. That's definitely not enough. Hey, and if you listen to what she say it's a water plume. They've been able to take an image. So the way she's saying it is like it's the first time y'all niggas ever seen a cryo. It's the first time y'all niggas ever seen a cryo volcano. Now these things, it's kind of interesting because they do, these plumes reach over 100 miles high. But that's because this plume, I don't understand. Okay, so they say now that they don't have to drill into this because apparently the surface ice on this planet Europa, the surface shell is about 15 miles of ice. So drilling it is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna take some time because they do everything just straight industrial type shit. They don't really, so it's gonna take some time. So essentially what they want to do is, instead of having to drill and find out what the water inside, because Europa has even more water than us, so to find out what the components are with the water, they pretty much are going to take samples of the plume. Now, you don't have to tell me about life. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm going to talk about that at the end. But let's go ahead and read a little bit of this. The mysterious red cross, crisscrossing, the surface of Jupiter's moon Europa may be a result of newly discovered salty ice. Europa has long intrigued scientists because the moon has a subsurface ocean beneath the thick shell of ice. Plumes of water have been known to erupt from the shells of ice, or from the cracks in the ice shells, releasing the content of the moon's alien ocean into space. Ocean worlds like Europa are the best bet for finding evidence of life outside of Earth. I mean, let's keep it 10 million. I know Rhea. If Rhea has life, it's one of Saturn's moons and it's getting slapped up. The thing with Rhea, I believe, Mimas. Sorry, Mimas and Europa. Mimas gets hit with way more radiation than this planet Europa does. But they're still somewhat in the same, I guess, playing field. As far as just getting slapped up by radiation, I don't really believe. I don't know if I don't think Europa has its own magnetic field. But they say that magnetic fields can be caused by convection currents of salt. So in underwater oceans. So I mean, if salt can create a magnetic field, how the fuck it does that? I mean, these niggas is just too funny, bro. So let me see. Ocean worlds, so it's the best place to find life. Okay, the chemical signature of Europa's surface, red streaks thought to be frozen mix of water and salt, seem to be unusual because they don't see the shit on Earth. Scientists determined in 2019 that the yellowish portions of Europa's surface was caused by presence of sodium chloride, table salt. To unlock more insight into Europa, which will be visited by the European Space Agency, JUICE, short for Jupiter's icy moon explorer. Mission, blah blah blah. Recreate the moon's conditions in the lab. You should have been did that. Like the fact that y'all just found out about amorphous ice, even though I know you didn't. But I'ma just play the game, right? So y'all just found out about amorphous ice, like a different structure. So I guess something's now starting to, I guess, tickle your brain. I don't know what it's doing. Like, when you change the structure, when you change the conditions, you bitch nigga, it changes the properties. It can change the whole substance itself, nigga. So I don't really, like, y'all niggas, like, it's the same thing, like, just to jump back on the amorphous ice. Y'all niggas, all y'all did was put silver shells, negative 200 degrees Celsius, in a cup of ice, and it changed its features. Are you fucking serious? Y'all niggas couldn't have bent it. So that's what I'm saying. There's ice, mercury. It's a different type of ice. You see what I'm saying? Different structure. Amorphous ice just means that it cools so rapidly. The water cooled so rapidly that the structure, it's not. There's different types of amorphic structures, like ices. There's high density, there's low density amorphic ice, there's medium density, and essentially those all correspond with the structure and how the structure either repeats, doesn't repeat, how the structure is either composed, how its backbone, whatever completes the structure itself, damn near tells you how the piece is gonna work. These people just seem to believe, I guess, everything on Earth is just, that's all there is. I don't know if they don't understand, like, there's more, different types of water out there with different types of molecular formulas that's being held in a different way. Like, they haven't seen all the physics in the, but hey, not even gonna ramble. It's rare nowadays to have fundamental look at these niggas. It's rare nowadays to have fundamental discoveries in science. That's because, well, I'm not even going. Actually, yeah, I'm a touch. Because y'all niggas don't find no fundament. How is it rare to be finding these fundamental discoveries when you don't look for shit, nigga? Like, half the shit you looking for, like, I've been telling niggas, when you move to another system, bro, you gotta throw away the shit you know. The methane that works on Earth ain't probably gonna be the same methane that works over there. So you gotta throw it away. You gotta throw away what you know, because it's a different type of composition. They're gonna tell you here just by changing the pressure, just by changing the temperature, just by changing they call it an exotic environment, just a different environment than ours. You can put Earth in a whole nother solar system. Nigga, a whole nother, it's different distance from the sun, all types. Man, you're gonna be on another planet, I guarantee you, nigga. Stop playing. So, nigga, you better stop playing. So, let me see. Said by study, I don't give a man, look. Salt and water are very well known Earth conditions, but beyond that, we're totally in the dark. And now there are planetary objects that probably have compounds that are similar to us, but in exotic conditions. Yeah, pretty much saying. Okay, so we have to redo all the fundamental mineralogy. We have to redo all the fundamental mineralogical science that people did in the 1800s. So what I've said in the past 100 videos, I've only done like 8. Shit, what I've said, when you gotta throw everything away, nigga, you can literally put Earth, nigga, another solar system. Instead of a G-type sun, give my nigga an M-type sun. Give my nigga a P-type sun. And watch what happens. This whole bitch gonna change, nigga. Earth won't even, stop playing. Unusual compounds. Okay, so here we go. Before the study, scientists knew of only one look at this. They knew of only one hydrate, which is sodium chloride, created by 2 water molecules and one salt molecule. That's all they knew. That's all these niggas. Apparently, a vast ass, you know what I'm saying, universe. Like, niggas only thought there was one configuration of salt. But hey, after the study experiment, the researchers discovered 2 hydrates, one utilizing 2 salts. Wow. Imagine that, bro. Imagine the nigga, instead of 1, 2 salts, like, and you couldn't figure that shit out. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just, again, man, it should be, you should easily recreate. You should be able to recreate these environments with your fucking labs, and you should then be able to predict what these things even are, how they react on their planet. Like, there's so many things y'all should be ahead on, but y'all some half goofies. Like, I know y'all know, but y'all play goofy, so it's like half goofies. Like, I don't really know what to, you know what I'm saying? The hydrate must explain the chemical structure, the ocean, water, okay, and study. Researchers have began their experiment by compressing small amounts of salt water between 2 diamonds that were each about the size of a grain of sand. The water was squeezed up to 25,000 times the standard atmospheric pressure. The team was able to observe the process through a microscope. Okay, we were trying to measure how adding salts would change the amount of ice that you would get. Yeah, because I heard salt was like some kind of antifreeze. Surprisingly, when you put the pressure on, when we put the pressure on, what we saw was that the crystals that were not expected started growing. Look at this. It was a serendipitous discovery. Y'all niggas, man. Like, what is that even like? Oh my god. Bro, that's why I skim, bro. Because niggas try to play smart. Serendipitous discovery. Frozen high temp. Oh my god, bro. Shit great. Frozen high pressure environments. Jupiter's ocean likely experience similar conditions to the icy pressure and high pressure. Okay. Icy shell. Okay. The ice shell that makes up Europa's surface is estimated 10 to 15 miles. 16 to 24 kilometers thick, and the ocean that sits atop is estimated 40 to 100 miles. Yeah, that's. If you mean to tell me. No life anywhere to be. If you okay, you come to Earth, right? We have literal volcanic vents that are able to host microbes, and these microbes are able to convert compounds, like, especially they convert. They're called, I think, chemosynthetic bacteria, and pretty much like they convert things like they convert a lot of inorganic gases, such as like hydrogen gas, sulfur, they got some iron, some carbon dioxide. Like, a lot of inorganic gases is what they use and what powers them as a bacterial source. Now, some animals also have these bacteria in their body, so like that's why you can find, nigga, on our planet there are certain places that there are volcanoes, right? And these volcanoes host complete ecosystems, including the fact that all the water around this volcano is pure acidic. nigga, pure acidic. Like you living around a volcano that comically explodes like periodically. Molten gas, like so many different harmful substances, but these chemosynthetic bacteria which live like I think there's some what are those little shrimp, like there's some shrimp that have these chemopreventive bacteria in their gills. There are especially in these highly acidic places, there are certain animals like I think it's like a red, I forgot the name of that. It's like a red, pretty much it's an animal, no mouth, all it does is absorb. I'm gonna put it up for y'all, but pretty much all it does is absorb the pretty much the toxic nature around it. And these chemopreventative bacteria that are in, or not chemopreventative, chemosynthetic bacteria that are inside of this animal, what it does is it creates nutrients so that this animal or this plant can now live down there and pretty much feed other life. So it creates an ongoing chain. Like they be finding white crabs down there, and they be finding shrimp, like I just told you. Man, the shrimp can feed on the bacteria can feed on the gases, like it's a whole, man, and there are small white crabs, and then crabs get eaten by, like it's a whole ecosystem. Eventually you're gonna reach a point where the smaller fish getting eaten by bigger fish getting eaten. They found sharks down there. I don't really like, I think there's a certain bacteria, right? It's related to, it's called the sulfur imminence, like, which also is chemosynthetic, but there's a certain family of these sulfur compounds that they found that also extend their branch down there, see what I'm saying, and help in that ecosystem. There are things called filter feeders, like krill, man. The clams, pretty much, they feed off of nothing but bacteria, and that's pretty much it, bacteria and microbes. And these chemosynthetic microbes, like I say, they have a symbiotic relationship, you see what I'm saying, like with their host. So the clam, or let's say the shrimp, is able to get close to the vents. Now that helps its synthetic bacteria, because it gives it high amounts of this acidic, you know what I'm saying, composed golly, my brain just went on freeze. These these highly acidic waters, pretty much allowing the organism or the microbe to get a lot closer to the rich material that the volcano is spewing out. So essentially that's kind of what, you know what I'm saying, like they want you to kind of understand on a miniature level. You don't really get, you know what I'm saying, like it's not a lot of times that we get research done in these inhospitable places on Earth. So when it's done, it's kind of, like I say, you automatically just gotta take that shit to space. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But in these certain places, like the lost city of, I think it's the Lost City hydrothermal field, they found over 800 organic species. And then they found, like, imagine finding 800 different species and then a countless amount of microbe, bro. That's life, and it's living off of something that you wouldn't even think is. Now that tells me, I'm wondering, Mercury gotta have life. Mercury, Venus, obviously, Earth, obviously we're on Earth. Mercury, Venus, Jupiter got life in the clouds. Venus most likely got life in the clouds because there's a lot of sulfuric. Now it's starting to lead me to believe that, I mean, they even found that some microbes could live in space. So I don't really, you see what I'm saying? Like, life can literally I'm not gonna say spontaneously, but life can evolve under any condition, as long as, I'm not gonna say as long as the conditions are right, but as long as that life is, I guess you would say, key to it. It's like it's just too crazy. You got fucking microbes that eat rock. You got microbes that live in volcanoes, live in cryovolcanoes. You probably got microbes out there that feed off crystals. You probably, like, there's probably so many different types of, just on a fundamental level, categories of what you would call the microbiome. And this whether you're talking about the mycelium network, whether you're talking about, microbes is the most important damn near thing you can research when it comes to life, because just like on the human body, you got more bacteria than you got human cells. So you can tell me how important bacteria is, you know what I'm saying? But essentially, another discovery, just to let you know, new type of ice. Now, I don't know what this ice can really do. I don't know. They haven't really went into the features of this ice. Even though you can clearly just recreate the shit, you don't need to go grab this shit. You could, but hey, you know what I'm saying? We live in they little. So essentially, some more hidden truths. But yeah, if you like the video, if you enjoyed the content, do what you do. Appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all next.